That's the biggest bass I've seen all day. Come here. Got him. Oh, came off. Had me wrapped around a ton of grass. Thought I saw him eat it, I couldn't tell. Man. What's happening, y'all? Welcome to a new episode of Red Oak Outdoors. My name is Aaron Royster, and it is an absolutely beautiful day down here in southern New Mexico. We're right here by the river. It's a little bit windy, a little breezy, so I apologize. Audio is probably not going to be the best for this intro, but today's video is going to be a little bit different. As you can see here on the hood of my truck, I have a new reel that was given to me that I'm going to be testing out today. It is the Victory 701. It is made by, what is the name of it? Wright and McGill. The Wright and McGill Victory 701. It's a pretty cool reel. You know, it's a left-hand retrieve. This one is anyway. But I was given this reel by a friend of mine, and they weren't too impressed with it initially, like when they bought it. And it's like, you know what, Aaron? Here, you can have this. I was like, man, I don't want to just take this from you. So I gave him one of my reels too, so we traded. But anyway, I'm excited to just check it out and see, because I've never heard of the company Wright and McGill until I was given this reel. So I looked them up. I mean, this is a pretty solid company. The reel is pretty cool too. So we're just gonna test it out today. I'm gonna be putting it on my Guggen Go 2 Gold Series. I'm gonna be taking off my Custom Pro. So, I mean, I can't compare the Victory 701 to the Custom Pro, because the Custom Pro is like a $250 reel versus this one, which MSRP is like $100 or so. There's no real comparison there, but we're just gonna throw it on this rod and we're just gonna test it out, see what I like about it, see what I don't like about it. I can already tell you, just from messing with it a little bit, you know, spooling it up and everything, for New Mexico, this probably isn't the reel that you want, just because of a couple little things. So I'll show you guys once we get it on the rod and I get you guys mounted and everything like that. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, like why it's kind of going to be like a high maintenance reel if you live in New Mexico or anywhere in the, you know, Southwest where it's real dusty and windy like it is down here. It's probably not going to be the best reel for you. But you know, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we also got Mystery Tackle Box. I'm not sponsored, like I always tell y'all. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I do want to just, you know, shout out to them, because they make some pretty cool stuff. I have no idea what is in this box, so I just opened it up. Let's see how if I can get this thing open. Here we go, one-handed. All right, let's see. We got this massive, like, wake bait, it looks like, or like a shallow diving crankbait. That thing is huge. I probably will never use this, not gonna lie. We got this little brown swim bait thing. All right, that's kind of cool. Black and blue Cincos. I love this. We might even use these today. Let's see what else we got here. We got some brown paddle tails, the tickle tail. That's actually really cool. I like those. Ah, yes, right on. I've been wanting to get one of these. This is the cycle bait. It's like a spinner, but it doesn't spin. It just kind of clanks. This is really cool. We might even throw this today. That's pretty neat. We got some extra wide gap hooks. What are these? Some more stick baits, it looks like. Oh no, these are like ribbon tail worms. Or like, that's really cool. We might even use these today too. Sticker, we got all kinds of paperwork and stuff in there too. Right on. Right on. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. All right, so we got some pretty cool stuff in this box. We're probably not going to use all of it. Like this crankbait here, this thing is massive. I mean, just look, even like the size of my face, like that's you know, that's massive. I'm not really interested in using this, especially down here in the river. There's all kinds of snags and everything like that. This thing will get lost. This little swim bait, I mean, I've not had much luck with little swim baits like this. The color is it might be good, it might not be. We don't have very many bait fish down here this color, and it's normally the water's really dark too, so this is probably just going to blend in with the water, so I'm not really too excited about that. But the rest of this stuff ought to do pretty well. So anyway, I'm gonna get rigged up. I'm gonna get a hat on and everything too, because this sun is hot. I'm cooking right now. So, but I'm gonna get you guys mounted on here in a second, and we'll hit the water, and hopefully we can start catching some fish. This will be our first lure, and then I'm going to show you guys here in a second. Once I get this rigged up, then we can hide that hook a little bit, and I'll show you kind of what I mean about why I'm not super excited about this reel as far as like maintenance and all that stuff for down here in the Southwest. Like, as you can tell, it's windy, right? And with the wind down here, you get dust, and with the dust, you know, it'll get all up in your everything. So there's our Texas rig. Here's our reel. Now to open it up, you have to push this button here on the side, right? And you turn it up just like that, and then it'll just kind of lift it off like that. Now when you do that, this whole thing, the whole cylinder is going to come out, right? But this is your magnetic brakes here, right? So if I want more, so it's maxed out right now on 6. Hopefully you guys can see that. If we want to turn them down, you can turn them down just like that. So just like in the previous video when I showed you guys tuning a Baitcaster, I'm going to leave this maxed out just because I don't really plan on messing with it too much. But just the fact that you have to take that whole cover off, and then that whole cylinder will come out, and if you don't put any pressure on this here, you'll get a backlash, and it's not the easiest thing to. I hate pulling out backlashes. So let's go ahead and Alright, I'll just give that a shot, make sure our drag is set. Let's go ahead and tighten that up some. That should be good. Alright. Alright. Let's go ahead and put this thing to the test. We're actually gonna walk down this way. You can see there's a little island straight ahead. We're gonna try and fish. We'll fish both sides of it and see what we can find up there. Yeah. Both sides should be pretty good. Well guys, so far all I'm seeing are like really tiny bass. There's tons of shad. Like look, there's a school of shad swimming right there. Tons of carp. Tons and tons and tons of carp. I mean, this water is just super clear. I mean, I can see all the way back up onto the shore and everything like that. Like in that clear area there, you'd think there'd be a bass under there. There's not. It's all carp. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. But this is a beautiful area. I mean, I don't think I've wasted time coming down here. This is really cool to see, really cool to experience. But for the sake of catching fish, it's not really the best, you know. So I think what we're going to do, I'm going to walk upstream, see if I can find any deeper holes up there. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to stumble upon some bass. And see, you know, actually put this reel to the test. Because so far, casting it, I'm not very impressed. I don't really like it. It doesn't have enough adjustment. Like right now, I can't tighten up the cast adjustment enough to be confident throwing even a weightless Texas rig, just because I mean it's pretty much maxed out right now, and it still almost wants to backlash. So so far I'm not very impressed with the reel. I understand why my buddy gave it to me, and for $100, man, like that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? You can do a lot with $100. You know, for $100 you could buy some pretty decent gear, you know, this is way better than this. So hopefully we'll see. Once we can catch a fish, we'll be able to gauge it a little bit better, I think. But for right now, I mean, I'm just really not impressed. What is this guy doing? These guys too. They're like walking right up to me. Got it rigged up weightless. Easy in it. Now we got him. All that work for a quarter-pound dink. He's just doing his job, guarding that bed. See, he's nothing special. We're gonna just give him the old toss over there. Oh, see, look, there's a big old, there's two nice sized fish. He's got it. Oh gosh, back to back. This is a decent fish. 2-pounder. Right on. Yeah. Nice. 2? Definitely 2. Maybe 2.5. Dang, man. That's a good fish. That's what we're after today. Man. They're starting to do their spawning thing. Look at that tail. Alright, we'll let this girl go. Well, guys, that's gonna do it for today. I'm messing with this reel now. I have it kind of pulled apart. So once you take this little side plate off, that's what gets you to your magnetic adjustments here. I mean, that's pretty simple to adjust, but I had it maxed out all the way today. And this whole cylinder comes out, as you can see. And then once you take it out, all the line and everything comes back off, and it's kind of a pain to get it back on there properly. And my hands are kind of worn out today too, because this is not a very ergonomic reel. It's very big in your hands, you know, like there's just a lot of extra material that I don't feel really needs to be there, but is there, you know. It's a little frustrating, but you know, it catches fish. You know, we caught those 2 back to back, you know, which is all right. I will say, if you're looking for something, if you're looking for a reel in that $100 range, I would not recommend this one, especially if you're just getting into fishing. I mean, I've been using Baitcasters for years, and I'm still having some issues with this one. And I can't get the cast adjustment knob tight enough. Sorry, I have a cough drop in my mouth if I start to spit a little bit. Yeah, this thing right here, even throwing the weightless Texas rig, it was still wanting to backlash. And I couldn't tighten it down enough. and the just like I showed you, the magnetic brakes were maxed out this whole time, and I'm kind of let down. I really wanted to like this reel. I really like the handle. I mean, it has a nice long handle, nice big grips. I mean, this thing, it feels great. It's super smooth. I do like the way it feels here. The rest of this thing is not great. Not a fan. I'm just disappointed. You know what I mean? For $100, you know, I didn't spend the money on it. You know what I mean? I'm thankful I didn't. But man, like, if you guys are in the market for like $100 reel, don't get this one, because I mean, it's just it is a disappointment. I would, you know, if it, you know, my opinion doesn't mean much because I'm not a pro. I just love to fish, you know what I mean? And I've been fishing for a long time. And if I had to suggest getting like a reel within that $100 range, I would say getting like a Shimano SLX. Just my own personal opinion. I love them. I have one, and then I have like a step up from there. You know, you get into that, you know, you want to spend a little bit more money, you know, $150 or, you know, whatever. You can get the SLX MGL, and if you get one of those, I mean, you'll absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite reels right now, for sure. You know, I don't have any DCs. I want to get some at some point, but I don't really, at this point I have some really nice reels. I don't need a DC, but you know, we're just talking reels. They all catch fish. This one, I don't like this one, but I mean, it still caught some quality fish, you know what I mean? So it's really not about catching fish, but you know, just like today, when you're out on the river all day and you're making several casts and everything, and you want to have confidence in your equipment. I don't have much confidence in this one, and it doesn't feel good in your hands, and that's a really big part if you're going to be doing a lot of fishing. If you're just going to go like on the weekend and just go put around, you know, for, you know, an hour or two, then it's probably not going to bother you. But then at the same time, you're probably not the person who's going to be spending $100 on a fishing reel, you know, so let's just kind of be honest there, you know what I mean? If you're just, you know, a weekend warrior or whatever, you know, this probably isn't, you know, this definitely isn't, this is, I don't know anybody who would really like this reel, to be honest. But hey, if you want it, hit me up on Instagram. I'll give it to you. You know, you pay shipping. If you're not, if you're local, you know, just meet me up somewhere, and I'll just give this thing to you, because I'm probably not going to use that thing ever again. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. And if you like this style of content, you know, reviewing stuff, you know, let me know. Let me know in the comments. And let me know, like, anything that I can do to do better. You know, I probably should have tied on that weightless Texas rig earlier. Probably would have caught some more fish, but really that last fish was the only quality fish that I've seen today. Most of the bass I saw were just dinks. So, but hey, it is what it is. This is a super long outro, but I'm done for today. I'm gonna go home and rest and relax because I'm not feeling well. But anyway, love you guys, and I will see y'all on the next episode. We got it. That's a nice little fish. We got one. This is a good fish. Yeah, see him down there? It's a nice fish.